It's time for the Rick Smith Show. Now, here is the voice of the working class, Rick Smith. Now, here is Rick Smith.
So we talk about all the time how unions fight to make wages, hours, conditions better, life better. As I've said a million times, union job, better life. Learn that as a small child growing up in the projects. And like I said, yes, unions fight for better wages, hours, conditions, but also they do so much more in the community, so much more for workers and their families. And one of those things, my union, the Teamsters Union, they have a scholarship fund, and my local does them. There are a bunch of this stuff to help people get better opportunities. And that's why I've asked Jim Hoffa to come talk with us, former Teamster president. He is now, this is amazing to me. They're giving out, I think it was $1.2 million in scholarship money over the past several years. You're looking at something like $6.4 million in the James R. Hoffa Memorial Scholarship Fund. That's why I've asked former President Jim Hoffa to come talk with us. Jim, thanks for taking time for us.
Hey, Rick, good to be here. And good to talk about something I really believe in, the James R. Hoffa Scholarship Fund. Like you said, what's the biggest issue people are talking about? A scholarship fund, we're talking about going to college, the cost of going to college, that people want to go to college, they can't afford it. And we're making it better for Teamsters' sons and daughters because we have a scholarship fund that's been in existence for 23 years. We've given out millions of dollars to thousands and thousands of Teamster kids. And this year, we're awarding $1.2 million, 93 $10,000 scholarships, 32 $1,000 scholarships, what are called bootstraps. And these are going to help kids go to school, go to college, and most of all, also vocational training. So if they want to go to truck driving school, they want to be a nurse, they want to be an aviation mechanic, we're going to make that possible. So, I mean, we're just not making it just for college, we're making it for everybody. I think that's important so people can get out, and we want everybody to have the opportunity. The Teamsters are airline pilots to zookeepers. I mean, we cover everything, and we want everybody to have the opportunity. And we have had thousands of applications, and we have an organization that goes through and takes the people that are have the best grades and stuff like that are going to succeed either in whether they're vocational or their college scholarship. So, and we've had a great alumni. When we used to have all of our dinners and everything else, we would have these kids come that won. And it's amazing the stories they would tell about how I wouldn't be able to go to college. And one is a microbiologist. She's a brilliant woman in Seattle, Washington. How she would tell the story about how with the Teamsters made it so she could go to college. Another kid is in Canada. He's going to become a labor lawyer, a labor union lawyer up in Canada because he went to law school and got the money from the Teamster Scholarship Fund. We've got another guy that actually goes to he's a congressman, Brendan Bayer from Pennsylvania. Can you believe that? I don't know if you know him or not.
Yeah.
He has a scholarship, and he will come and testify and say, boy, without that, I couldn't have made it. So, we've got a great alumni group, and it's important for us. In my family, my dad had to drop out of school in the 8th grade. His dad died at a very young age. And the whole family back then, the whole family had to go to work. Everybody had to make money, take in washing, whatever you can do. So the whole family had to stop going to school at the 8th grade to make money so they could survive. And so I think that's where we get the idea of how important scholarships are. My sister and I are the first people in our family, either side of our family, to go to college. So we believe in it, and I think everybody believes that we want to do better than our fathers. We want to have a good career. We want to have a good life, and we deserve it here in America.
No, absolutely. And this is, I hear this story over and over again. I'm working hard. I'm doing the truck driving job or the zookeeper job so that my kids will have better opportunities. And this is just another one of those things that our union does to help us get an opportunity at a better life. And I'm thrilled by it. And I hope people will check out the website, JRHMSF.org. We'll get links out on social media. Stands for James R. Hoffa Memorial Scholarship Fund. Like I said, we'll get this out on social media. But this year, a big year. $1.2 million you guys are giving out to recipients. How is this funded?
We basically go out and talk to local unions. They help us. We have investments. We take the money. It's hard to put it together. I called thousands of people want to make sure that they contribute. And we were very, very fortunate to have a lot of locals help us out, make contributions. It's really a work of art for all of us to work. And a lot of the locals will say, I want to give because I got 5 scholarships last year, or I got 2 scholarships, or the year before that, I got a scholarship. Because the locals are notified if somebody in their local gets a scholarship. So they realize there's something in it for them to make it better for their members. So they're enthusiastic about doing it. And we had a tremendous response here. So that's how we fund it. We have them come kick in, and we also invest our money and make sure it gets, hopefully we do okay in the stock market or whatever we're doing, and to get enough money to put together this 1.2 million. We've been doing this for 23 years, and we intend to do it for a long time. So I want you to know we're in business, and we're going to keep it up and keep helping those kids.
Good on you and the work that you do on this, because it's so important. I know in retirement, this is your baby right now. This is your pet project. This is your passion. But you got to be doing something else as well.
Well,
right?
I'm working on. I'm part of the institute, the Roosevelt Institute at Hyde Park. I'm on the board of directors there, and we do a lot up there with regard to education, putting out programs, putting out kind of a think tank, and meeting with people. This weekend, we honored Nancy Pelosi in Hyde Park with one of the awards, and we talked about the issues facing America. When we're getting that message out, it's a great think tank, and I'm also involved in charities here in Michigan. So I keep busy right now, and I'm looking forward to it. But I keep in contact with all my friends in the union, and that's really one of my second family.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be looking around and seeing, all of the excitement, all of the militancy, all of the activity going on, and you got to be looking on this. It's some pride that you helped build some of this.
Absolutely, it's a great time for labor. Labor's excited right now. Whether it's the Teamsters with UPS, whether it's the auto workers right now and the battle that they have right now, the Screen Actors Guild. I understand the culinary is going to go out in Las Vegas. It's a time of militancy right now. And why is that happening? I've been thinking about that. Just think about what happened over the last 3-4 years. It's been unusual. It hasn't been regular times. We had the COVID. Remember that knocked us out for a year? But you know what? Working people had to go to work every day. They had to go to work every day. While other people, they said, stay at home, shelter at home, all that stuff. Our people went to work. Our UPS drivers went to work. The auto workers went to work. The bartenders had to go to work. And those are the people out there that are struggling right now. And then what happened? You had almost 8% inflation that came on, right in 2021, 22. And people felt that in their pocket right now. So, gas is high, groceries are high. Everybody's going backwards. And, that belonged to a union. You get a raise, but it's never enough. It's never enough to get better. We want to get better, not stay where we're at. So that's the militancy that's going on right now. And you've got unique issues today. I mean, you've really got issues that, there are issues for the time right now. I think one of the issues right now with auto workers is this whole idea of electric cars. They say they can build them with 1/3 less workers. What's going to happen to all the UAW members? They're going to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
So I think that they've got to find some way to negotiate with the big three, that whether they're going to be battery plants or whether there's going to be something that goes on, that they keep their membership up, and these people still have the benefit of belonging to a strong union. And it's the same thing that's going on, with regard to the Screen Actors Guild and the writers right now. The biggest issue there, is artificial intelligence. I had an example this weekend of how you can basically duplicate something, and I saw what they came up with. I got news for you. It was unbelievable that it was done by a machine.
Yeah.
Somebody demonstrated that to me because I had never seen it before. So it's a great danger to all of us. And of course, the culinary out in Las Vegas, there's a lot of money out there, and they're got a struggle out there. We're very, very close to that union, and we give them all the support they can.
No, they're good folks. I got to get your thoughts on President Biden walking a picket line. Historic, first time a sitting president has ever walked a picket line. And I know Barack Obama said he was going to put on his comfortable shoes and he was going to get out there. Didn't mention Wisconsin, didn't show up. But President Biden walked the picket line, and it's one thing to talk the talk. It's a whole nother thing to walk the walk, and he did.
He did. I don't know where people talk about that he's not doing a good job, and what he's been the best labor president we've ever had. We haven't had anybody like since FDR. He's been tremendous for us. I mean, he did the Recovery Act. He's done so many things to bring jobs to America. He's created 13 million jobs. Anybody wants to get a job. Everybody knows you can get one right now. There's signs everywhere. You can just pick the job you want, and they're good jobs. So I don't know where people are saying that he's not doing a good job. And the fact that he came here, I think, really made history. And I think it shows where his heart is, because he's that kind of a guy. I've known him for a number of years. He believes in the other people. You go back to Clinton, you go back to Obama. They were good presidents, but I don't think they really bought into the fact of the labor movement. And Joe does believe in that.
So I got on the other side, the flip side of this, because on Tuesday you had Biden walking the picket line. On Wednesday, Donald Trump went to a non-union facility, surrounded himself with actors and paid grifters to hold up signs and pretend to be union members and workers. Any thoughts on the juxtaposition between the two of them?
Oh, I don't think he did himself any good here. And the same crazies show up for him. If he shows up in Macomb County, which is the east side of Detroit, he could always draw several thousand people. And they weren't union people going there. They were just basically the people that vote for Trump. They're Trumpsters, They show up anywhere. They've got their drums and their three-cornered hats and flags and everything else, but they're the same people that show up. I don't think he made himself any friends here. He certainly didn't get any support he didn't incur anything with regard to the labor vote that's going to come out of Michigan for Biden.
Yeah, at least I hope so. That's what my friends in Michigan keep telling me, that don't be afraid. But I'm always concerned.
Well, I'm always concerned too. You got to run scared all the time. You know that.
This is the truth. I want to go back real quick to the scholarship fund, because I want to make sure that we hammer this home, because I think it's so important for our Teamster members and my Teamster brothers and sisters to know that this is out there. This is available. The James R. Hoffa Memorial Scholarship Fund. Real simple. It's jrhmsf.org. We'll get links out on social media how you can take a look at this. This really is your passion, isn't it?
Yeah, let me just say one more thing. We mail out all the applications and all the material to every local, and they're the ones that distribute that and talk to their members about making sure people sign up. So they're the ones that do that, and I think that's how this all gets happening. We had over 1,000 applications. We were very, very thrilled with that people are responding, because there's a tremendous need right now for people to go to school. They need help right now, and that's what we're doing right now. So it's been a big success. But we go to the locals, and the locals help us, get the word out. You go to your local, they know about it, they've got the applications. You can get it online, like you just said. You can go online on James R. Hoffa Memorial Scholarship Fund, James R. Hoffa Memorial Scholarship Fund. So if you do that, you can get the application. But the local unions are also getting the material. They have cardboard cutouts that they put out in the local, so people can say, sign up right now for this. It's important that we do this. And we get the support of our members, and it's important that we continue the support from the local unions too.
And I think it's also important the legacy of your father. Personal story. My grandfather was a huge fan of your father, because when he started working back in the late 20s, he was making 17 cents an hour shoveling coal off the back of a coal truck for 16 hours a day. And by the time he was able to retire, after spending most of his working life as a working Teamster, he retired with dignity, was able to live out his life in his home with dignity and respect. And he gave credit to your father and to the union for being able to give him that opportunity. And I think there are so many stories like that still out there, and so many people like me who remember them. That's why I think it's important to keep that legacy alive.
Well, I was the same thing. I was at a meeting in Florida, and one of the members said, when I came to work here at UPS, it was a UPS driver. He had a great career. He's getting ready to retire. He says, I was making $8 an hour. When I retired, I'm making $42. He says, that's pretty damn good. And he said, that's the way it is. That's what the Teamsters Union delivers.
That's it. President Hoffa, I appreciate you taking some time for us. Great work. Keep this up. I'd love to have you come back and talk to us again as this continues to grow.
Rick, keep up the good work.
Thanks so much, Jim Hoffa. He is the chief cook and bottle washer there at the James R. Hoffa Memorial Scholarship Fund. Make sure you check out their website, jrhmsf.org. We'll get links out on social media. You can take a look at it. And hey, another reason another reason to be joining the Teamsters Union. I want to hear your thoughts. Email me, rick@thericksmithshow.com. Quick break, right back. Stick around. You're listening to The Rick Smith Show. We're working people. Come to talk.